Click the first link in the description for the best Askreddit content. Today I fucked up by having video sex with a stranger. So I just got off the phone with the police because a week and a half ago I was chatting with a girl on Reddit. Eventually we exchanged Instagram accounts, after which she asked if I wanted to have video sex on Hangouts. She's a pretty girl and we had a good time, or so I thought. This afternoon I received a message from her saying she recorded everything and she wants me to pay €500 or else she'd send the video to all my contacts. I'm not the guy to start to panic, so I called the police for advice. They told me to block her so that she can't send me threats anymore, so that's what I did. I came up with the idea to post on my social media that if anyone receives a video of me, to not open it because I am being blackmailed. But to do that I first had to inform my parents. So I'm calling my mom. She says I'm very dumb but she appreciates me informing her. She then passes the phone to my father so I can explain myself to him. He asks if I'm just naked on the video, or if I'm performing any actions, to which I responds, well yeah, I'm beating my meat of course. So now I'm waiting for someone to tell me that they received a video of me masturbating while having to explain myself to everyone who is concerned for me because of my post. Too long didn't read. Had video sex with a stranger, am now being blackmailed. I've had to tell my father that I'm choking my chicken on the video. Edit. A lot of people are asking me how she got my contacts. She copied a list of all my followers on Instagram. She also showed me proof of the recording. And for an update, no video has reached me or my friends yet. Edit 2. I can't keep up with the comments anymore. A lot of people are telling me their stories of how they got blackmailed. We're all a bunch of horny idiots, aren't we? I wish all the best luck to anyone who is or has been in a similar situation. Stay safe, kids. I've seen this exact scam described on Reddit before, and sadly enough, I'll probably see it here again. If only I'd seen it before as well, maybe I hadn't been so stupid. Just own it. Be like, some of you may get a video of me masturbating. If you like what you see, DM me free advertising. That's what I say to people asking me what's going on. I've had people ask me if there's anything they could do to help. I've responded with, just don't open that video if you don't want to see my dick. If you do, please leave a rating. Tell them you're a minor and blackmail them back. I've thought about doing this but the police advised against it. I'm a police officer and this is a super common Facebook/Instagram/whatever scam. I have yet to see the scammer actually follow through with the threat because it's not usually worth their effort. If you don't give them the money when they threaten you, what do they have to gain by sending nudes to your contacts? But obviously, it can happen. Unfortunately, the scammer is almost always out of the country. It's why internet scams are so difficult to prosecute. Sorry buddy, but I'm glad you just came clean to your family and weren't extorted. Friendly PSA to everyone out there. The odds are infinitesimally slim that a lady you don't know is going to randomly solicit you and wanna see your weenie. This is what the policeman I spoke to told me as well. It's what's keeping me calm. I am going to file an indictment for sextortion of course, but the chances of finding her are very slim. It wouldn't be the first time I've had an online sexual relationship with someone after a few days of chatting back and forth. This is the first time it went bad though. Own it. Tell people a lot more is available at your OnlyFans. Thanks for the advice. Once my of is live, I'll post on this profile. Today I fucked up by suctioning my menstrual cup to my cervix. Buckle up, friends. If you have a weak stomach, you may want to not read. This just happened last night. So, for those of you who have a Y chromosome, you might need a little background info. Some ladies, instead of using a tampon or pad, use a reusable silicone menstrual cup. I am one of them. I'm into the low-waist lifestyle and I find both tampons and pads uncomfortable, so I thought this was a great find. The cups work the same as a tampon. You stick it up there and catches all your nonsense. Sounds simple, right? No. I work at a job which, without being too specific, is very active and doesn't leave much time for bathroom breaks. Yesterday was extra busy, so I didn't have enough time to check on my situation down there more than once. When I got home, I rushed to the bathroom to take the cup out, and I can't. It's stuck. So I'm in the bathroom, yanking and tugging on it and becoming increasingly panicked and sweaty. Without getting too graphic, I try what feels like a million maneuvers, and no dice. In fact, the more I shift it, the more I start feeling an agonizing, stabbing pain that makes me dizzy. Here's some more background info. Where the vagina ends, before you can get into the uterus, you have to pass through Satan's gateway, the cervix. It's a minuscule hole that is wildly sensitive and generally should not be fucked with. Hence I lied to you, anything having to do with the cervix is roughly equivalent to getting kicked in the balls. So, having gotten pap smears, I know exactly what cervix pain feels like. That's when I realize I may be in a little over my head. Enter my long-suffering boyfriend, who I'll call John. John and I have been together for 4 years, and by this point there isn't a whole lot we hide in the way of bodily functions. John also comes from a family of nurses, so there really isn't a lot that he's squeamish about. After much embarrassed dancing around, I finally ask John if he can help me, because I think my menstrual cup is suctioned to my cervix. So, my dear boyfriend sticks his fingers in there and today I fucked uply tries to tug it out, but again no dice. Now, my boyfriend is the type of person who finds it very difficult to set a problem aside once it's in front of him. Before I know it, I'm laid up in bed on top of multiple towels while my boyfriend tries tweezers, cooking tongs, etc. Finally he decides that it's not loosening on its own, so he has to stick his hand in there and physically break the seal around my cervix. I swear to God I nearly fainted. The pain just radiated through my whole torso. Finally I feel the accursed thing unstick itself, and my boyfriend decides to yank it out triumphantly. Well, as I previously mentioned, the whole reason I got into this situation in the first place is because I wasn't able to wash it out more than once that day. So, I almost see it in slow motion as my boyfriend pulls the menstrual cup out like a goddamn Christmas cracker and promptly sprays himself, me, and the bed with blood. We just sat in silence for a couple moments after as we surveyed what looked like a particularly violent hooker stabbing. After cleaning everything up, and much apologizing and gratitude on my part, we finally realized how absurd the whole evening had been and had a very long laugh. And then I threw the cup in the garbage. Too long didn't read. After a very long day, I realized that I cannot remove my menstrual cup because it has become vacuum sealed onto my cervix. After trying an entire kitchen's worth of implements, my boyfriend has to go wrist deep in VAG to unstick it. What follows can only be summarized as the elevator scene from The Shining. Edit. Wow. Thank you for all the great product recommendations. I'm going to check them all out. I certainly didn't mean to upset those for whom the cup really works. I know it works very well for many people. Don't let my bad luck stop you from trying. Did you thank him for services rendered? I'm not sure if I'm getting this right. But you are not supposed to pull the menstrual cup out by that little thingy at the bottom. That is just to test if it sits correctly. Vacuum. When you need to get your cup put, you press the side of the cup with your fingers so you break the vacuum. Were you just tugging on that thing or am I wrong? Thank you. I was thinking exactly the same thing. The instructions clearly say to break the seal by pushing on the side to collapse it a bit, not just yank it out from the bottom. If it didn't have a good seal it would leak. I don't mean to show you all how disgusting I am, but I've found the menstrual cup can stay for up for 24 hours w/low flow. If you can't get the cup out, relax, come back to it in an hour. If that fails, get in the shower and try to get a finger to push the rim in slightly to release the suction. If that doesn't work, honestly, try pooping. I've found on certain bouts of period constipation that I can birth my cup if I try too hard. Godspeed ladies, someday we won't have to do this. Wholesome. I work at a job which, without being too specific, is very active and doesn't leave much time for bathroom breaks. Amazon warehouse. Today I fucked up by acting cute for my husband but drooled on him instead. This happened a while ago, so my husband's still teasing me about it, which makes it even more embarrassing. For a bit of background, I'm currently pregnant with our first baby, yay. I was recently diagnosed with gestational diabetes, not yay, and had to follow a strict diet plan for the week to see if I would be needing insulin for the coming month. My god, I tell you, the first 2 days I felt like I was being starved. I had a big appetite even before the pregnancy, and, coming from an Asian country, I eat around 2 to 3 cups of rice per meal. Our snacks are heavily carb-based too. The diet plan allows only 3 cups of rice for the entire day with minimal snacks of fruits or vegetables, both of which are not enough to make me full, and I still can't overeat those. It's the 6th day of the diet and I think I've adjusted well. I'm still constantly thinking of food, but I don't get hunger pains anymore. My husband adjusted his diet as well to help me get through the whole change, even when we just found out that I was preggers. Except today. Today, while we were working in separate rooms, both WFH, I suddenly got a whiff of this heavy, savory, wonderful smell. I went to follow the heavenly smell into my husband's office and I found him eating a plate of pancit he sneakily made for himself. It was the most appetizing and today I fucked up plate I've seen in days. Now, pancit is made of noodles and is really heavy on sodium, so we know I wasn't allowed to eat any of it. Nope. That's not gonna stop me. Gave him my most charming smile and walked towards him all cute and waddly in hopes of getting a bite. He was sitting down and I was leaning into him to give him a small kiss, but nope. This starving bear had to drool all over my husband the moment I got close to the plate. It wasn't just a drop of drool or something. It was around 2 tablespoons of saliva, because I didn't immediately recognize that I was drooling already. We both looked at the small drool puddle on his thigh, then he burst out laughing. Embarrassed and unsuccessful in getting my pancit, I went back to my office to be sad. TLDR, wanted to charm my husband into giving me forbidden prego food, drooled on him instead. This was an experience, lol. LOL. At least he could laugh about it. My wife fell asleep using my chest as a pillow. I fell asleep a little while later. We took about a 2-hour nap. I woke up and she had been drooling on me in her sleep. Of course had to pick on her a bit too. Haha. I once fell asleep next to an ex-partner while she was watching TV. I guess I was drooling in my sleep. I guess I also grabbed her hand and used it to wipe the drool off of my face. I woke up because she was laughing so hard. Ah, the wonders of being pregnant, smiley face. Too cute. Gotta love pregnancy hormones and just how whack a pregnancy can make your body. Whack is such a good word for it. I'm still waiting for the stretch marks so I can be a full-on drooly waddling tiger now. The Filipino struggle of being unable to eat pancit. Good luck ate, smiley face. Yung kanin mahirap haha.